안녕하세요.
모파랑 26기 황가희.
박지원입니다.
오늘 저희가 나와 있는 이곳은 주한 볼리비아 대사관인데요. 여러분들은 볼리비아 하면 어떤 것이 떠오르시나요? 저는 단연 우유니 소금 사막이 떠오르는데요. 오늘 주한 볼리비아 대사관 대사대리님을 만나 볼리비아의 더 다양한 이야기를 함께 들어볼 예정입니다. 그럼 대사대리님과의 특별한 만남 지금 바로 함께 하시죠. Good afternoon, Charles d'Affaires I. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us for this interview. We are truly honored to have you with us this interview despite your busy schedule. It is a great privilege for us to hear your valuable insight and covering topics from the diplomatic relations between Korea and Bolivia and to culture, tourism, and resource cooperation. Let me begin with the first question. We would like to start on the topic of culture. Bolivia is known as the multi-ethnic country. How is this diversity expressed culturally?
Bolivia is a multi-ethnic country because it has many cultures, many ethnics, and as the constitution mandates, it recognizes 36 ethnic groups or nations. So that means that, for instance, the Quechua, the Aymara, the Guaranis, they are part of the country, and each of them has its own customs, dance, its own festivals, and you can see that on the street, and you recognize them as part of the diversity of Bolivia. That's why Bolivia is so rich.
And could you share some of the main activities or events the embassy is organizing to promote Bolivian culture in Korea?
Well, on August 17, Bolivia will hold general elections, and because of that, it will be very difficult to organize a major event. But on August 6, that's the National Day of Bolivia, we will organize a festivity, a party that will include Korean authorities and the community of Bolivians, the Bolivian community here.
And are there any particular areas where cultural exchange between Korea and Bolivia has been especially active recently?
Well, in this June, Korea has sent a taekwondo team and also a traditional music group that it's already performed in Bolivia, and as far as I know, they did it great. Bolivia was impressed because of the well preparation that these two groups had in Bolivia.
And next, we would like to move on the topics about tourism and environment in Bolivia. Many Koreans become interested in Bolivia because of the famous Uyuni Salt Flats. Are there any lesser-known tourist destinations that you'd recommend?
Well, we have two major cities. One is Potosí, the department of Potosí. Uyuni is located in Potosí, but Potosí is also a very well-known city that around the 1500, Potosí one of the fourth largest city in the world. And that was because there was a mountain called the Silver Mountain, and all the silver that produces at that time came from Bolivia, from Potosí. So even Argentina, which means silver, was founded because it was the get out way to export our silver from Bolivia to the world. I just would like to mention also Titicaca Lake or Samaipata Fort. Titicaca Lake is a very energetic place, and Samaipata is a place pre-Inca, which you can see the archaeology there is beautiful. So those two other places I think I recommended.
And Bolivia is also known for its high altitude geography. And could you explain how this geographical feature influences tourism and the natural environment in Bolivia?
Well, when you go from Korea to Bolivia, you have to visit probably two other countries because there is no direct flight from Korea to Bolivia. But you get to El Alto, that's La Paz, and El Alto is about 4,000 meters above sea. That's very high, And then the first impression is that you see mountains, and then you see also some mountains are with snow, ever with snow, and the landscapes are beautiful. You don't imagine you'll see that, because you will see mountains, landscapes that are going to be very different as you are used to.
La Paz is the highest capital city in the world and is known for its unique transportation system, such as cable cars. How would you describe its appeal as a tourist destination?
Well, La Paz, it's very difficult to build like a transport system under the earth, because there are rivers there. So we imagine we could, between the mountains, we build cable cars, and so you have to go from one mountain to the other mountain, a cable car. It's like a big cable car everywhere. So you see the city from the sky, and you see the landscapes, and that's it's still about 3,000 meters above sea. So I think it's very interesting, and I would recommend you to visit that too, because it's different.
And next, we would like to move on the topics of diplomatic relations between our two countries. And the year 2025 marks both the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relation between Korea and Bolivia and the 200th anniversary of Bolivia's independence. Are there any plans or events that the embassy or both countries are preparing to commemorate these milestones?
Well, as you know, in Korea, 60 years is very important, and we commemorate 60 years of the establishing of diplomatic relations between Korea and Bolivia. We know that for us it's very important, and this coincides with 200 years of Bolivia being independent, so it's very important for us.
And Bolivia is gaining attention as the country with the world's largest lithium reserves. How do you view the potential for cooperation between Korea and Bolivia in the fields of natural resource and energy?
I think the most important issue in the future will be energy. Now, wherever you go, you take your mobile phone and you need energy, you need your battery there. I think there will be a change very soon. The new gadgets will be invented, and there will be robots too. And that means that you need energy and you need batteries. I think that the battery will be the oil of the future. Bolivia has enormous reserves of lithium, but I know that for Bolivia it's very difficult to build a battery plant in Bolivia, because we are very distant from the markets, the big markets. And the markets are in Asia especially. So I envisage that maybe we should encounter in the middle, and maybe Korea would help us to develop lithium carbonate or something in between, so that we can also benefit about the industrialization of the natural resources we have, and both Korea and Bolivia would have a win-win relation.
Looking ahead, what are some future-oriented areas where Korea and Bolivia can strengthen cooperation, such as smart agriculture, climate response, technologies, or educational exchanges?
Agriculture is very important for us. We have Bolivia is 10 times, even 11 times larger than Korea, but we do not have like some technologies that Korea have, and for us it's very difficult to develop our own technology. But Korea, through KOICA, has helped Bolivia in working with the potatoes, improving the potato seed, and also with rice. So I think Korea can transfer their knowledge in agriculture familiar, and I think we can improve that. About climate change, there are many projects that we can work together, because the climate is for everyone. I think that there are two aspects on that. There is money, financing, and the other is transfer of technology. I think Korea and Bolivia should work in just transferring technology that would not harm the environment, the earth. That's, I think, important.
Before we finish the interview, we have one special corner prepared by us. The name is TMI Time. If you weren't a diplomat, what kind of work do you think you would be doing?
I served in Korea almost 10 years, and since I got here, many things have changed, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing now because in those 10 years, I learned that what it makes me happy is to help other people in whatever I can. So if I see that I help someone, then I'm happy. To me, I already arrived where I wanted to go, which is to serve the people. Or wherever I go, if I serve the peoples, then I will be happy with myself.
And the second question is that what is your favorite Korean food?
Well, my favorite Korean food is bibimbap because it's very simple, but it's delicious.
This is the end of the interview. Charles Daffer, thank you sincerely for sharing your valuable insight today. And through this interview, we were able to not only the charm of the Bolivia, but also the potential for cooperation our two countries. And we look forward to Korea and Bolivia growing closer and engaging in active exchange across various fields. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for all your time, your effort. I really appreciate what you are doing because in a way I think that your work will help you and ourselves and Bolivia because you will communicate and make us getting more friends. And I enjoy that you came here this afternoon. Thank you.
Gracias.
Gracias.
오늘 저희와 함께 해주신 주한 볼리비아 대사대리님께 다시 한번 깊은 감사의 말씀 드립니다.
오늘 볼리비아의 자연, 문화, 그리고 한국과 볼리비아의 관계까지 정말 폭넓게 알 수 있었던 시간이었는데요. 모파랑 구독자 여러분들께도 유익한 시간이 되었길 바랍니다. 2025년은 한국과 볼리비아가 수교를 맺은 지 60주년이 되는 해이자 볼리비아의 독립 200주년이 되는 뜻깊은 해입니다. 앞으로도 한국과 볼리비아가 계속해서 우정을 이어나가길 소망하며 오늘 모파튜브는 여기서 마치겠습니다. 지금까지 모파랑 26기 황가희,
박지원이었습니다.
함께 해주셔서 감사합니다. Muchas gracias.